But basically AMD, if it spikes over 3.8, then we can't, then we can't trade it as a bounce plus gap. Then we have to trade it differently. Basically, you have to wait after the morning spike comes down. But I mean, right now it's looking like 340 is the top, so it's pretty strong. It's already 12 million, so it's trading 120 million, so it's already over the resistance. So it's very likely that we got like 25 minutes. It's really likely that yeah, because in 25 minutes it can trade another 5 million shares or so. We just have to see what it does after the market open, and if we get a spike to 3.8 or not. Hey, what's up, guys? I'll give it maybe another 30 seconds and then we can start. Just give a chance for other people to come in. But so today, basically, I'm only seeing two potential trades. We've got AMD, which is probably going to be on most people's top watch, as well as NVCN. Now, I don't really have a preference over one, but actually AMD is probably going to be probably the better watch, but NVCN is probably a more lucrative trade potentially, and I'll go over both trade plans on that. So AMD, if we just look at the daily, we have resistance here of 110 about at 3.75 or 373, so just 370, 380. But the pre-market today is trading, it's already traded 12 million, 12 and a half. So by the time the market opens, it's probably going to trade, my guess is at least 15 million. So it'll be on track to have a bigger day than this previous day. So, I mean, it obviously all depends on how the morning goes, if we have volume coming in or not. And things like that. But so what we're going to do is instead of trying to get in pre-market or anything, or trying to get in as soon as we can, I'm going to be waiting for the morning and for the open, and to see if we can test the 3.8 level. So I'm going to be using 3.8 as my risk, and we're just going to see if we can get a spike out of the open. So if we can get a spike, let's say 350, 360, 370, and it looks like we top out, I'll take that trade, risking that $380 level, maybe $4 at that point. But if we break through those levels in the morning, then I'm not even going to touch it. Hey, what's up, Bruno? Good morning. Magnus, I like your trading style, very similar to mine. Keep it up. Thanks, man. So, and plus I don't really trade pre-market anymore because it's pretty dangerous, because anything can happen out of the open. You might miss a couple trades here and there, but overall, trading pre-market is probably not worth it. So the goal would be to short really 350 or higher, and have the spike top out below 380, risking that 380 level, and then cover down at like $2. But we'll see kind of like when we pull back in the morning, $2 is probably something that we might see at the end of the day. We might not see that at 10:30, 11 a.m. so we'll kind of go off of where I think it's bottoming out. So good risk to reward trade, but that all depends on what we do out of the open. The other one that I'm looking at is NVCN, and this one basically, we gapped up from 80 cents to almost $2, so over 100% gap, and then gave a lot of it back. So at this point, when something gives 50% of its spike back or pre-market gap, it's generally unable to break out of pre-market highs. So what I'm going to be looking for is a good risk to reward entry, risking this pre-market high. So if I'm risking $2, then I need a spike out of the open to at least $1.50. So this is the other one that's going to be on watch. $1.50, risking $2 and covering down at $1. So just like a one-on-one risk to reward trade. This pattern doesn't really take into account the daily or things like that. It's strictly going off of stats on gappers. But we'll just be watching. If we don't get a spike there to 150 at least, then I won't be taking it. So, but that would be the game plan on this one. And it looks like AMD is pulling back to VWAP. If it holds VWAP, that'll be a sign that we're gonna have good strength. If it goes below VWAP, that could be a sign that 340 is probably going to be the top for today. And then I can go over, because that was pretty quick. I'll go over maybe some of the fundamentals on AMD. So AMD, the float is almost 12, and then 10% of it is held by insiders. So I would just say 10, 11 million float roughly. So there's a lot of warrants, and we have warrants at $1.50, $2.75, $6.30. The ones at $1.50 and the $2.75s are the ones that are going to be probably converted today. Just because that's where the price is at. It's pretty unlikely that it's going to get to 6.30. And then we have some active shelves. We have let's see. We have about 17 million remaining out of this one. We have and then this IPO, it looks like there's some left. Yeah, it looks like there's some left of the original IPO. And then value used, remaining 0 on this one, 0 on that one. But basically you can just see that this is a pretty dilutive company. They have lots of warrants, and then they have an active shelf, and then they also have, it looks like, some left from the IPO, which I don't know a whole lot about how IPO and dilution works. That's something I'd have to do a little bit more research in. And then NVCN, let's check out the other thing I wanted to show. And then financials for AMD. Basically, the point of the story is they lose money every year. 2019, 18, 17. So yeah, this is every year. They lose about $6 million every year. And their ratios, again, I don't really put too much emphasis on any of these, but they're all negative for the most part. So not a very good company, fundamentally speaking. And that should cover today's gappers and the plans on those. Everything else that is on the gap scan, I'm not really interested in. Actually, fun. This one looks new. Okay, not interested. I just remember fun being a good trader in the past, but yeah, not interested today. Okay, that's gonna be it for today. So I will see you guys tomorrow, unless you guys have any quick questions. All right, guys, have a good one.